Hello, welcome to Rudolph's Mountains. In this episode, we'll be travelling back in time to the summer of 2022 when Alan, Paul, and I spent a week camping just outside Hay-on-Wye so that we could explore the Brecon Beacons. Let's join the action at the start of the walk, which was on the A470, about 2 kilometres north of the Storey Arms. Afternoon. So today we are alongside the Brecon Beacons, not actually in them. It's more part of the Black Mountains, this, I think, or Black Mountain. And today the first stop we're going to do is Fan Frinnig. It's another beautiful day today. It's about 21, 22 degrees. Gorgeous. Plenty of sun cream on. Hopefully my nose will survive. Might need to get me cap out in a bit. But we're going to bag a couple of tops, maybe 3, during the course of the day, all being well. First things first, got a little bit of a walk in. So yesterday, when I went to suck my end, I found it was covered in dust and muck because it had been dangling on the floor. And you never want to put a dusty, mucky end in your mouth, do you? Dear me. Anyway, today, come up with a new plan. As you can see here, I've tucked my end into my rucksack here, so. Yeah, it's really good. I'm going to have a little suck and the juices come out. Refreshing. It's clear of any muck and other debris, which is fantastic. That was Fan Frinnig, and we had to abandon the top because Yeah, because we got attacked by lots of bees. Almost, I think they're buzzing us again now.
To be or not to be?
So we shall swiftly vacate and head over to the next one. Fanfare, I think it is.
You know we got attacked by bees, don't you?
Because there's a bee behind.
No, we just come from the honey cafe.
Ah, that could be. Right, our next stop is called Fanfare, and looks a long way from here. I'll turn you around. There's a penny fan who went up yesterday, and that's Fanfare over there. A long way off. Well, it looks a long way off, but it's closer than it looks, I hope. Whew. So we've crossed the plateau, and now we're on the final steep pull of Fanfare. Just a steep grassy slope, which is fine, especially in the dry. Got Penny Fan behind me, which is gorgeous. And the other side is the Black Mountain. Whew. Which you get confused because there's the Black Mountains and there's the Black Mountain, and the two are separated by the Brecon Beacons. Whew. Anyway, probably got another 150 metres of ascent to the top. So I'll see you up there shortly. Wow, here we go, top of Fanfare, and some horseflies but no bees, which is great. What a beautiful place. Whew. We'll have a bit of a break here before we head back down to our final top of the day. So we've had our lunch, leaving Llanfair. Now we've got to head back down to the road, where if we want, there's one final top, Egain, that we can do, although it is a bit of a big climb, and then there's no real path down, so it's a pathless descent. So it hasn't got a lot going for Egain, which is why nobody does it. But it's a Nuttall, and so while I'm here, if I've got any energy, I'll see if I can head up there. I'll give Alan and Paul the choice as to whether they want to come along. We shall see. But let's head down Llanfair, and I'll see you a bit later. Wowzers. Coming down the back of Llanfair, it is the stupidly steep descent. There's a path which is massively loose and slippery, or there's grass, which, fortunately for us, is bone dry, so grass is the better option for today. If it was wet, you'd have to take your chances with the loose path. Dear me, wowzers, that was quite exhilarating. We're off the worst of it now. Good grief. Been quite a tricky little mountain, Llanfair. No path going up at the end on the way up, and then really steep coming down. Oh, mummy. We've started our ascent of Egain, little frequented mountain, but this path goes up to Corndu and then on to Pennyfan. So it's one of the few paths that go up there, and so it can be quite busy for that reason. But shortly we'll be turning off to our little trodden peak, and hopefully then we'll be on our own. It's good to get away from that main road down by the Storey Arms. Really, really busy. And this is our last climb of the day. Wow, just got a fantastic view behind me of where we've just been. The top of Egain, last one of the day. Lovely spot, very quiet. Time for a break before we start heading down. So goodbye to Egain, on our way down now, and back to the car. Good spot this for just reviewing where you've been today. So turn you around, started over there at Llanfrinich, and then we followed that ridge all the way along and went over to Llanfair before coming over here to Egain. Picked up another one in the middle of the ridge, I think, on the way. I can't remember the name. Not sure if it's a nuttall or not. Check that later. But you've got a pretty fantastic day. Weather's been great. All I've got to do now is find our way down, which is a little bit tricky because there's no path on the map. But I have plotted a route based on what I can see on the satellite view. So it's served us well so far. Fingers crossed it will continue to do so. And get us back to the car, okay? Well, that's worked out absolutely marvellously. I wasn't sure if we could get over from the route I planned down to the Taff Trail and then up this steep field back to where the car's parked, which is only 5 minutes away now. But there's a gate at the top. We drop down the field and the gate at the bottom. And so it's worked out great. Even though there's no marked paths on the OS map. Hopefully we haven't trespassed on anyone's land. Well, I think it's fine. There's a well-worn path everywhere we've been. So that's it. Another amazing day. Weather's been fantastic. Tuning's been gorgeous. And so, just can't wait for next time. Probably one more before we go home, maybe, weather permitting. Oh, so we'll see you then. Cheerio.